going to Kansas, gonna fix up my car this weekend. I'm gonna put that video together. It might take me some time, so who knows if you're seeing this maybe a week or two after Thanksgiving. Not my fault. I work full time and it's hard sometimes to edit in between working and trying to keep my life together. So yeah, that's it. I will see you guys when I get closer to Kansas, I guess, or tomorrow when we start working on it.
It's gonna take a minute to record this and say that this is where things got a little weird. I did not record half of what I wanted to, as the car absolutely did not cooperate. We literally just grinded the hell out of it. So every time I tried to do clips or whatever to make a video, like something else happened and I had to keep helping. We couldn't get half the parts off. Even the ball joint was wedged in so bad. We hammered and beat it and we grinded it off too. I was like really wanting to record tearing it apart bit by bit, showing how things were done, but since we literally grinded everything off, I mean like everything off, there really wasn't much to record past that. So sorry, this really wasn't that much of a good informational video at all. Like on this clip here, I was like, alright, I can start recording things, and the issue with this is the bottom half of the bolt screws, the top is supposed to be fixed onto that arm there, and it's not supposed to have like a nut on top of it that's kind of built in type thing. Well, the nut built in, whatever, it snapped with the screw itself. So we have this bolt that is absolutely stuck in there. It's turning, it doesn't come out. There's no way to get this thing out, and we spent way too long trying to get it out, and the grinder's running out of discs. We had to buy more grinding discs, and eventually we just grinded the shit out of this too. I'm not gonna lie, like I give him credit. He tried so hard, but it just kept popping and breaking. This car was almost impossible. So bad. And the same thing here. We had a little bolt and it broke. It broke inside. We had to try to drill it out. Like, it was so much rust. Everything just kept breaking. Nothing was actually unscrewing. So this is him trying to drill it out the rest of the way so we can clean it up and actually get fitted bolts and stuff back in there. Yeah, nothing cooperated. Like, nothing.
That one's in. We just need to get that one.
Every good car should be zip tied over somewhere.
No, how are we gonna get that? Look at this rusty shit. Look at it.
Nick it!
Hey!
Nick it good. I thought you nicked the little piece right there. Where the little nudge is.
Where?
Right. Hold on, I show.
Alright. Couldn't really record much because this was a whole lot of, we didn't know what we were doing, but look at that. So much new stuff in there already. We went ahead and opted to leave the steering arm. It's a pain in the butt to get that out. There's nothing wrong with my steering arms, but we did replace this, and of course the strut, and then of course the control arm, and then of course the ball joint that is, you know, back there. And oh, my light just went off. And if you don't know what you're doing, this was a very fun learning thing and a complete pain in the butt. But if you have the tools, we had to take a couple trips to the store. We had to basically cut so much stuff off, including the joint, because everything was just seized into each other like this. Cut this out. Oh god. So, as you noticed, I didn't get many videos of actually repairing the car. For one, I didn't want people to try to think this is some kind of how-to. For two, we barely knew what we were doing. Well, he knew what he was doing more than I knew. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was what. Three, we had to jerry-rig a lot of stuff. My car was not giving up. It did not want to cooperate. 90% of the nuts and bolts were rusted into place. Half of them broke while we were trying to twist them. That's how bad it was. We had to drill out a lot more than we wanted to, and it got to the point that we literally just took the grinder and like including the ball joint. We tried so hard. As a matter of fact, the one ball joint was being such an a-hole that while we were trying to hammer and pop it and, you know, using the pickle fork and everything, that we got a little too rough and we poked a hole in my CV axle that I just replaced a few months ago on a video a few months ago. But that's okay because I took a bunch of silicone and a patch kit and I patched the shit out of it for now. It won't last forever. I'll replace them all later on in the summer, but at least that's an easy fix. Doing it ourselves saved us hundreds and hundreds of dollars versus having it done at a shop. So I'm very thankful to my friend to let me use his garage. It took us pretty much all of Friday into Friday night. We had to take multiple trips to the hardware store. The bolts we had to cut off, we had to obviously get replacements for. The car shops, auto shops didn't have half the crap we were looking for. Most of the stuff we actually got from Ace Hardware, believe it or not. We basically ripped everything out. This car right now, I just picked it up. I dropped it off at a tire shop. We're not going to talk about my credit card bill right now because I just got 4 new tires and I got this car aligned and it drives like a dream. It's even shifting better. I don't know. Oops, I shifted the wrong gear. I don't know how fixing all that has made the shifter knob shift easier. I didn't think they were connected in any way whatsoever besides the fact of shifting gears. But even it's shifting better. I'm hitting bumps. You could probably hear me while I'm talking without all the extra grindage and clunks and oh, it's so nice. This is literally like driving a whole new car. The only thing we did not replace was like the steering rods. We replaced the end of them, but to replace the rods, we'd have to climb into the hood, loosen up some other bolts and everything. And honestly, there's really nothing wrong with the rods right now. So I'm keeping the rods themselves, but the boot and everything on the end that connects to the struts, and we replaced all that. So I've got the rods. Eventually I'll put them in. I might see if my brother wants to help me with that sometime in the future. I'm not too concerned with those right now, but yeah, it's so amazing. I didn't know my car could drive so smooth before. Like, look at this. I'm hitting bumps. There's no rattling. There's no mini death wobbles. I have control of my steering. I don't have to death grip it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is so nice. So nice. I'm super excited. Sorry there wasn't more video, but like I said, it absolutely turned into a lot of work, a lot of grinding, a lot of don't do what we did. There's no reason to show half of this because we're basically just cutting everything out. Dude has his turn signal on. He didn't even turn. I almost got hit coming out. I hate when they do that. It tricked me. Oh, this is so nice. So nice. Look at this. Look at this. No hands and it's going straight. Look, shifting. Boom. Boom. I can drive home without a death grip on my steering wheel. I used to drive with a very firm grip because my steering wheel bounced a lot. And look, this is just, look, we're just going straight. Alright, sorry for the short video. Sorry I did not record more. I figured I would record more of this and the step-by-steps of how we're doing everything, but since it literally just turned into us getting out a grinder, a lot of bad language, a lot of broken knuckles, and a lot of just giving up and just cutting everything freaking off of where it belongs, there was really nothing to show. Just a lot of grinding and popping everything back into place. Once we had everything grinded out, everything fit right like a puzzle. Just boop, 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 done. But man, these bolts, if you got a car like this and you haven't been maintaining it, or it's got rust, it's from the south, like this one, good luck. Just get a grinder. Screw all the nuts and everything and the proper ratchets and everything. No, just get a fucking grinder. Just grind that bitch out. Don't fucking fight with it. Just get all the new parts. Don't even try to replace a piece of your fridge. Just replace all of it. All new parts. Save yourself the trouble. Alright, I'm heading back. I'm gonna get this car packed up. We gotta leave tomorrow to head back towards Missouri. And then, like I said, once I get a warm day, I'm going to start cutting and stuff to fit wood back here for my camper project. I have all the wood for it. I've got the tools for it at my house. It's just been like 30 degrees, of course. But I live in the Midwest, so one weekend's going to be 30 degrees. The next weekend can be like 80. It really doesn't matter. So it's going to happen sometime as soon as I get a warm weekend. But thanks for tuning in. Again, not much to show, but Foxy Girl is so smooth right now. So smooth, like cream peanut butter, just smooth. It's so cool. It's like having a whole new car. I love this. Oh, love this. All right, stay safe, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. That actually was an interesting trip. I actually had a lot of fun with it, a lot of cussing. Afterwards, they took me shooting. I got to shoot all these cool little guns. I'm not big on owning guns myself because I'm accident prone and I can't hurt myself if I don't own it. I love that little revolver, though. It was actually really, really fun to shoot. That one was fun, too, but I had a good time. Then we went to the casino.
And then I put a 200 in here at 340. We got this plus still have 100 here.
That's not my win.
Profit.
Unfortunately, that wasn't my win. We did stop at Walmart, and the guy at Walmart, I went to pick up oil because my oil was very low, and the guy's like, we can get you in right now. So Ludo got to go into Walmart with me. Have a great day. Merry Christmas.